I am following right now a trail. This is like a trail of a dripping irrigation system that has been adopted here in the UAE. Let's focus a single hose having a hole in it, a very small hole in it, and it is gradually dripping water. The theory is saying that constancy is what we require so that we are going to survive, we are going to continue existing, and similar with our plants. Taking into consideration that the desert, in its nature, the looseness of the soil, and if you're going to water it in the morning and in the extreme heat of the sun, it will eventually be evaporated, so leaving the soil to become dry again. So the theory was, when there is constancy in the supply of water, it made sure that some of the roots and the root system of plants will be able to take nutrients from the soil through the presence of the water. And it is not just one time supply of water. It needs to be supplied, but in a gradual manner, similar with this one. Take note, it is just dripping from a very tiny hole from this black hose, and it continuously supplies water here in this particular date palm fruit. Palm tree, I think. Yeah, of course, it's palm tree. Now, in the presence of the water here that is constantly dripping, it keeps the soil wet. And in that sense, there is a portion of the plant that continuously absorbing nutrients, and in that manner, it supplies the entire body of this date palm and its leaves and its requirements, its nutritional requirements. So that's how powerful it is. It is not just like flooding once, or it is not just like watering a cubic liters of water, but it is gradually being supplied. So it turns the water wet for a continuous manner, and that is how the plants here survive. You are observing here that the supply of water is actually far from its base, but with due consideration that these dates also, and this particular date palm is already growing at a certain height, it is expected that at this stage the root system of this date must have spread through even up to here. So therefore the new roots, the tip of it is here, and the tip of the root normally is the one absorbing the nutrients. So it is not there at the base already, but the outskirts of it. And the constancy of the water here, it makes a small well, and at the side of it there are already growth of miniature plant, and I think this is gaff. It is going to grow again, and it is reproducing. Thankfully there is a technology like this. Without it, these plants here will not thrive. So all of these plants here, the plants that surrounded me, imagine this is not just actually, this is not a park, this is a center island. So in that particular area there is a road. Here in the other section there is a road. So there's a center island here, and that is the pineapple building. So this is situated in the 19th street. Here at the corner of Salam and Sheikh um, Khalifa, then side on in the first street. Yes, it really amazes me when there is a well here. Yet at the side of it, you'll be able to see it's dry. But because of the constancy of the water, as it penetrates the ground, wow, and it was being saturated, and since it's already being full, perhaps it already closes each and every portion of the soil. It hardens like a rock, so it's like cement on its side. Therefore it became a well like this. So either if the constancy of the supply of water would be at the outskirts of the root system or even here at the base, I believe it is natural for the roots to look for nutrients. So therefore, if the roots might have found out that in this particular area there is a water, since it has its radar system or the sensing, I believe the roots will have its pivotal turn just to have itself be fed with nutrients together with this water system. This one also is like very far, but I think this is not because there is a hole in it, but a portion of the duct might have been loosened. That is why it emits water. So from time to time, if you are managing a dripping technology, from time to time you have to check the the parts of it. Maybe it gets loosened, and that is why it poured out water here, which should not be. I mean, it should have been designated in each and every base of a plant. Am I correct? Another well is formed because of the constancy of the supply of the water. If you're going to observe in here, water has its power in itself, because if you're going to observe, the water gushes out from the garbage. It was from the hole of a hose, yet because of its power and the pressure that it has to go out, you can hear the sound. It's not from a minor bird, but it was from the pressure produced because somewhere along the way the the whole of the hose itself was trapped with the garbage. Now I just found out that the the positioning of the hole from the hose in itself must be at the base of each and every plant, in order that the plant is going to be directed that, hey, I am giving you water, and in this particular section you will be able to get water in it. In here it is being constantly being poured in, and that in itself makes this date palm very productive. As you can see there, the fruits are almost ripe. Just for the information of everybody, in order to protect the date fruit from falling, and of course from thieves, it has been covered with nets. So later on, the owner of this, who's owning this is, I think, from the government, but the owner of this will be harvesting the fruit. Okay, I just discovered this time that it is not uniform, that the outpouring of um, the water is like a fountain. You can directly open a hole from a hose that would penetrate up to the bottom, so it increases the pressure to allow the water to saturate even to a certain limit, like a half meter deep, because by that pressure in itself, yeah, by the pressure being applied to the soil in itself. For sure, at this point in time, it reaches the bottom of the soil. Oh, that's remarkable. Another strategy that we are learning here in the dripping technology. So this is also similar with the previous one that I saw, that it is being directed towards the soil and pressuring the soil, and it penetrates to a certain level of deep or depth, right? So over the past hour that it has been penetrating, I believe it has reached a certain level. But that one is actually like a fountain, right? It's like a fountain. That one also shower. There's also a showering. It's like a shower here. So can we take a bath from time to time if we don't have water? I think so, right? So guys, if you are interested to get an update about my blog, because I am normally sharing these times, and I have been regularly sharing these times all of my thoughts, whatever comes in my mind. But my interest really is about nature. It's about plants, and anything under the sun can be this point of subject that we can be discussing of. So if you are interested to be knowing more about my blog and the contents of my blog, and if you like similar content like this, please do leave a comment, and of course hit the like button, including the notification bell, so that you are going to be notified with the recent blogs that I am uploading. And if you feel that we need to be connected for a longer time, we can support each other, please do subscribe and share this video as much as you can. Thank you guys for watching. This is SAS TV official.